Hello. Okay, so I just want to quickly review this that I did today, this trade. Get rid of that, it's quite big. Um, oh, it's part of my confluence. So basically, I took the short, and someone did message me saying, "Why did you take that short? Like, there's no zone. There's no zone on the 4 hour. There's no zone on the 15 minute. I suppose you could say there is. I bet there will be to the left. Okay, I bet there is a big zone. I don't really. When's this zone from? August. Last month. I probably won't mess around with a zone from not long ago. I'll just double check it. I didn't check this at the time. Oh, yeah, okay, so it did get a bit of a reaction from it then. Okay, so there was something there. But I didn't solely go off reacting with a zone. I went off pure liquidity and momentum and using the range of the day. This is why this trade's a bit unique. Obviously, I know a lot of us we use SMC and we use flip zones and things like that. And sometimes when you wait for a flip zone, it just doesn't materialize, does it? There's a lot of times like today, what would you have done in this? Well, what would you have done in here today? Yeah, so you've probably got like this little reaction in here, reaction, and then it probably would have broke this neckline, and you probably would have wanted that to come up, and then maybe take something in there, which didn't happen. So I've seen this just pure momentum pushing, and then in my mind I'm thinking, right, so where could this possibly end up? And my target was obviously around here. Now this is the daily range, 88 pips. I was thinking, could that be the high of the day? I thought we've had a big move up. We've had a lot of move ups to be fair. A lot of move up. Like we know the market has to fluctuate, even if it's counter trend. It's got to go up and down, up and down. I do think long term we are going to be heading bullish, but for now, where did I think it could head? I think this is a decent little zone here to trade from. It could be. I'll go back to my other chart. That could be a decent place to trade from. We got these FVGs below it as well. But for the moment, just for today, I wanted a target which was this here. And as you can see, coming onto it now, it looks like it's kind of bullish as well. Like if I was risking it, I would have wanted to maybe go along. Like we've swept that, we've had like reactions in here, reactions in here. These you could say these are like mini supplies. They're all failing. It's come back down to here. I do think this will probably pull back today. Maybe come up to here somewhere, then carry on down tomorrow, and then or just keep going up because I do think this week's probably going to be bullish. So that could be the low of today. And yeah, another reason for this trade was using the DXY. Obviously, we know when the DXY goes up, pound goes down. So this is the reason why we could be in a bit of long-term shorts in the 4 hour here. In the 4 hour here, and we reacted to that. We've had a big push up from that. So while we do need to see demand hold on the we are seeing it to be fair. We need to see supply fail. That's probably the last part of supply here. See about that supply reaction fail, come back down, tapped into this, pushed up. This is another point of supply there. It's failed. Reaction come up, this reaction here, tapped into this zone, which was an FVG. You could mark that up. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Like I say, so that could have been into there. Obviously, you've got this reaction there. That's now failed. And this reaction in here, and that reaction there. Boom, failed. Come back down. So that could be how well that's going to work. But that was just another reason why, because I seen it react to that, and I thought, okay, how are we going to get this reaction the same on GU, which has happened. So I was willing to take this shot. Another reason why I took it was divergence on the RSI. That's what I mean. Like if you can add like I've traded since 2020, and I learned all the like retail stuff like RSI and things like that, and found the most success with SMC. And I love SMC and structure, it like speaks clear to me. But I also liked using RSI and things like that. So that's why I throw these little things in. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm saying you should do whatever works for you. Like I trade a lot different to how other people would trade just because it's just experimenting. Like there's a lot of people, like I'm obviously a Phantom student, but there's a lot of people in Phantom that that maybe know the core elements is better than me, a lot better than me, but I've never really passed a challenge. And the reason for that is maybe they're just a bit too deep in thinking this is the only way, where I'm more of an experimenter. And I think you've got to be like that as a trader. Not one shoe is not going to fit all. Like you've got to see what works for you, what agrees with you. That's another thing. What's something that agrees with you? Because what works for me, like I'm showing you this, and you'll be like, that's absolute nonsense. It doesn't even work for me. So that's the reason for that. I think you've got to find your own path. I think like when I went to Phantom, it's a very good base to learn how to trade structure, entries, things like that. And then I've just kind of like adapted a few little things on my own, a bit more discretionary kind of trades, which has worked out for me. And I can't really complain. And I'm glad I did it that way. I won't want to be like, this is wrong. So sometimes I've seen that as well. So it does happen. People are like, that's the wrong way to trade. Like, unless you've got unless you've got a 100% win rate, don't ever tell anyone they're wrong. So it's my little 2 minute ramble on that. But yeah, this is another entry technique. So we've got, what do we have here? This is why I kind of got involved in this first trade. So we got that. That was oversold. So I thought, oh, right. When it started coming down, I thought, right, I'll get involved in this because that's oversold. It's oversold down here. That's broke that. We took this liquidity. That's probably going to go short. But it didn't. It went even higher. But when it went even higher, what happened on the RSI? The RSI went lower. So I thought, right, that's interesting because I'm still expecting a short after a take of the liquidity. It could have took that, but I didn't think it was going to. I didn't think it was going to yet. I thought it was going to take some internal range liquidity, come back, track back, maybe down to here, and then take that. That was my thinking. So that's another reason why that were another compliment. So I've had a lot of confluences on this today. Momentum kicked in and I just threw it on. But I had my range, I had my divergence, I had my liquidity taken, and was there anything else? I also like to see a double break of this. This didn't get double broke yet, so it broke up above. Maybe I was a bit too eager to jump the boat in here, going short. It broke up above. I know that likes to have a double break. I think it's a 60% chance of it having a double break. What size was the Asian range? 31 pips. Okay, so it's not. Would have probably been like a 50-50 chance of it double breaking. But all them confluences added together made me want to think that we're going to go short for the day. And that's what I did. So hopefully this makes sense. That's why I want us to do a little breakdown of it because obviously it was against order flow. There wasn't really a zone that was clear to trade from. There wasn't really an entry, like a textbook entry of a flip model or anything like that. So it probably was a little bit confusing when you maybe see me going short, thinking, why is it going short? But this hopefully has explained why I went short on that. Okay, so I'll leave it there. And yeah, any questions, bang them in the chat and I'll get them answered. Okay, see you later.